Hey, the man!
Hey,
Yes!
how's it going, you guys?
How are you, Neal?
Yeah, good to see you.
Start. What can you tell us about the first song that opens the album, Momentum?
I think Momentum is a really exciting and kind of a classic album opener. To me, it just sounds like a real, it just cries out to be a title track of an album, I think. I was inspired to write it from a message that I heard from a guy that was speaking on television. A preacher was talking about. He told this story about this woman being on one of those moving sidewalks at the airport, and how he watched her and she got afraid to step off, and all the businessmen kind of piled into her. And it was this big problem because she was afraid to keep moving. Mm-hmm. And his point was, if God's given you some momentum, keep moving, keep going. Even though there's changes, sometimes when there's changes, we tend to freeze up, And so I thought it was a good message, and so I wrote the song Momentum about that. Lyrically, that's what it's about. I wanted to have something exciting to open with, where vocals came in a little sooner. Mm-hmm. Than some of my albums have these long progressive extravaganzas before the vocals start. And I don't know. I thought to change it up, it would be good to have something a little different. And so my Momentum is that it's a little more direct kind of a song, kind of catchy chorus, and some really good fast stuff too. It's kind of got a little bit of everything, and it's a pretty short song. I think it's only 6 minutes long. And something very unusual happened when we got together to record this song, and a couple other things on this album, actually. Jerry Guidros, the engineer, turned around and said, "I don't believe this. What's happening? Are you actually shortening something?" It was Mike's idea to shorten Momentum. In the original demo, I had a kind of slower midsection, and he felt, and rightly so, that we lost momentum, no pun intended. that we didn't need that section, and so we shortened the song quite a bit from the original demo. And I think it was definitely the right approach. It's basically verse, chorus, solo, chorus out kind of thing. So, but it's really good. It's really good. I think you'll like it. It's got enough of the, plenty of the good prog elements, and it's just a good song. So I think people appreciate that.
In general, what I've heard is that this album is more related to your music when you were in Spock's, in the sense that it's more rock oriented and not so much orchestrated. No, I'm talking about the album in general now, not so much Momentum. Would that be a fair description of the album as a whole?
I always say things like I think it's a little more song-oriented. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little more song-oriented than some of my other albums. But all my albums are song-oriented, really. Sure. So maybe it's, there isn't really, it's not a concept album. So, hey, it's Casey from Flying Colors.
Say hi from Mexico. We want to have them. Yeah, take the call.
Take it.
Hey, Casey, how's it going? I'm on Skype with some crazy guys from Mexico.
All right. Well, tell them hola and buenas tardes.
Same from Mexico, Casey.
Hey, Casey, you forgot about Mexico on your tour. Come on.
Next Flying Colors tour, Mexico date for sure.
Yes?
Oh, we'll get there.
He said,
find us a show.
Yeah, find us a show. We'll get there. Hey, Casey, let me finish this interview. I'll call you back, okay?
You got it.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, this is gonna be great for the fans here.
Well, yeah. So I would say the album, the Momentum's a little more song oriented. Although there's this, as I'm sure you've heard, there's a 33.5 minute
yes
at the end. But yeah, I think it was your interview with Mike that I listened to, perhaps, where he he kind of compares it to the way it's laid out is a little bit like Spock's Beard 5 or something like that. Or
Yes.
I compare it a little bit, or like Lifeline was, where it's kind of shorter songs and then one big epic at the end. It's that kind of an album.